Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? What's going on? I'm trying to muster every piece of damn energy I got to make this video, and I'm gonna make it. Cause it's early. I was up all night listening to Al Green and sipping wine and all that stuff, and now I call myself wanting to get a haircut. So I'm waiting to get a haircut. I'm here in the damn barber ain't here. You know? Then people keep on asking me about this. By the way, I'm Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. Now everybody, they asking me about this cloning. They said, did you see the video where MIAGI was the first American bully that was supposed to be cloned? And look, I'm done playing with y'all dumbasses. And this is the truth. Y'all gonna have to excuse me, kids. This video this video probably ain't for you, kids, because I'm gonna just tell y'all how I really feel. Now look, it's enough of the dumb shit. Now, I took 5 minutes out of my life to watch this simple ass video, and I know too much, so stuff like this drives me nuts, and it probably shouldn't drive me nuts. I should probably just be a better person and let this shit slide, but I don't, because I don't have that much better in me anymore. Let's put it that way. So first and foremost, that's some people messaging me, you know what I mean, but I'm not, here I am getting angry because somebody messaged me. I'm turning into an angry person, I guess. But this is it. First of all, to all breeders. See, cloning, that's some stuff that it's an older couple. They had a dog and they named him, Fluffy. And see, Fluffy grew up and he was the family pet, and Fluffy or that sometimes they named the dog Bo. He was tough, Bo. They named it Fluffy or Bo or Lassie or some shit. They didn't have this dog, and this dog been a part of their family for a long time. They ain't no breeders, they just good people that happen to have a lot of money. And they we was in love with Fluffy Bo Lassie. And what they did is, they were so in love with him that they got obsessed with the dog. And the dog died, and because they got so much damn money, they thought it was a good idea. No, we ain't gonna just go buy any puppy. We gonna clone Bo. We gonna bring Bo Lassie, Fluffy back. And it was an emotional decision, and they wanted to bring their dog back, not even understanding it was not gonna be the same dog, but that's what they do. You know what I mean? There's no real purpose for cloning a dog. So once again, we jump into it. And by the way, I understand when people get emotional and they want to clone their dog, because that's something emotional. That's something that you feel good about. I'm bringing my family pet, my friend back, and I understand that. So I'm not knocking anybody who did that. I wouldn't do it, but I'm not knocking them because I understand where they're coming from. That's an emotional decision. This motherfucker wasn't no emotional decision. This is more American bully stupid shit. Now, first and foremost, let's just run down the game from top to bottom. I'm gonna start. I got so many things I want to talk about in this because y'all done pissed me off. Now look. First of all, we have to ask the question, which MIAGI did you clone? That's the first question. Because as we sit here and we get to talking about, oh, y'all dumb, y'all just dumb as shit. Well, y'all already knew that it was like 8 MIAGIs. We already started off with the bigger MIAGI. Then they tell a story, and you got these dumb fucks. I used to love to play with MIAGI. Now, this tell y'all how stupid that is on the video. Oh, the kid loved MIAGI, and MIAGI used to just come and play with the kid, and it was amazing. And when they cloned him, he went and played with this. He just ran straight, and they played with the kid, and it was a magical moment. First of all, you dumb fuck. If you clone a dog If you clone a horse, if you clone any animal, any living thing, the dog does not come back with the memory of what was cloned. So the dog ain't running to a person that the dog, come on, that is not, you cloning genetics. You're not totally remaking the dog. See, only dumb American ass bully people is gonna believe that stupid shit. First of all, you don't clone the memory. You remaking the same genetics of the dog. It's like starting all over. It's not, oh, and Miyagi used to love to play. This is their shit. This is the weirdest shit. First of all, the dog couldn't even play that much. The dog had bad elbows and all kind of shit. And we got to talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, or 8, because one of them could play a little bit. He used to like to be on the pole, but the other one used to have elbows that pop out. Then we had the little one that they used to put on. That's the try one. They used to put in Christmas sweaters and shit to try to cover up his markings. Then there was another one that they did that too. He would always pose in different costumes and stuff. But any stupid ass person could see the dog went from one size to almost being micro to it was the white paw one. It was the one with no paws. Like I said, it was the try one. It was a little bigger one. It was a tiny one. Come on, man, y'all just need to quit this shit. So when did the process begin, so we can know when the cloning started and when it ended? This is this type of dumb shit. So now we got to figure out which one did they clone. That's the next question. Now, after we figure out that, we got to now figure out which part of the genetic fuck-ups did we get during the cloning. Because this is another part of the reality when it comes to Miyagi. Like I told y'all, the motherfucker died a lot. He was the dog version of Machiavelli. He died, come back, It's just a little bit different every damn time. So if the cloning was started more recently, then y'all probably got like Miyagi 8 or 9 or some dumb shit. So with all that being said, we got to figure that shit out, So we got to figure out which set of the screwed up genes that we got from the dog being dead 32 times. So we got to figure out which one, and then we got to figure out why we cloned him. Because like I told y'all, literally, and if they want to try, they don't want to go there with me because I got sources. And y'all know, inside information, it's video of them having to reset one of the Miyagi's elbows, because just like that video I showed y'all, that little white dog where his elbow just fell out on him, Miyagi's used to do that because his elbows was bad. So there was one of them that they did that. You know what I'm saying? But throughout all of these, it's ridiculous because that line of dogs, if you know what I mean, is known for dying young. It's a brother that I dealt with down there in Florida. This brother spent over $300,000 on these dogs. And all of, in a couple years later, all of the dogs was dead except for I think he ended up with 2 dogs. He had an incredible setup, man, to keep him cool. I'm talking about misting systems. He had the timers. He had these things to take temperature. The brother spent a ton of money, man. And he literally came to me and my boy. Now this one with me, it wasn't in person. I had met him in person before. But he came to my boy who was down there, you know what I mean? Like basically selling my boy all of the cages and shit like that because he couldn't keep none of the dogs living. He was literally, a grown man was literally in tears because every time he would go outside, it was another dead dog. He was like, man, it seemed like they die on me every month. It's one dying on me every month. And this was, and during his process, he went along with their thing where you would even breed them on the first heat, which was crazy. But there's a program. This is what they do. And he still couldn't, as fast as he tried to produce them dogs, he could not keep them living. They would die on him. They couldn't withstand the heat. You know what I mean? He ended up with I ain't gonna even say the one name because y'all know who the brother I'm talking about. But he ended up with one that was pretty cool and people got to liking him. His ass died too. He was nice too. I like that little one because he had great conformation, a lot of little spunk and stuff. But, before you know it, he had some wings on him too. They were putting wings, I'm telling you, doggy heaven is full as fuck messing with these exotic and these breeders because every day somebody got a set of wings on their ass. I'm damn. That doggy heaven is huge because they filling it up. Now, see, this is the crazy shit, and I'm gonna go into deeper. I done went on and rambled on about this, but this is the craziest shit when it comes to those dogs, and I'm just being real with y'all. I'm not biting my tongue no more about this shit, man. This shit is a fucking it's one of the biggest, weirdest scams you'll ever see, and y'all just is dumb. Ooh, y'all dumb. Y'all dumb because y'all can't, like, these people, this shit, every time, it pisses me. I'm a dog man. You hear me? I'm a dog man. Y'all know this. So if I see y'all dog, some of y'all done seen me at shows, what do? I'm gonna talk to you for a second. Let me see that dog. And when we see the dog, y'all, and I love it because a lot of y'all like, come check him out. Tell me what's wrong with him. I don't give a damn. I love y'all people. I love y'all because that's real dog man shit. Y'all be like, tell me what's wrong with this motherfucker. I get, some people, I got to get me a whole new dog if he ain't right. And I like that attitude because that's the way it's supposed to be. Now, these folks, you see their videos, they infomercial people. So when this video starts, this motherfucker, as usual, George's favorite thing, my dogs bought me a house. Yes, they bought me a house. My dog, look at my mansion that my dogs bought me. Look at my mansion that my dogs bought me. You know what I mean? And then you know what I'm saying, he gets in the Rolls Royce and he whips out of the place in the Rolls Royce. Look at what my dog, we're going to get first ever dog to get cloned. Check it out. Nowhere in the video they talk about the first ever American bully to get cloned. Nowhere in the video do they talk about the quality of the dog. This is an infomercial, people. This is an infomercial. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. It brought attention to these dogs once again. In the video, if it was seriously just about dogs, then we wouldn't have had to show the expensive car and the expensive house and all this other talk. That is a part of the ploy. If y'all ain't never stayed up too late at y'all house and y'all see those illustrious people, y'all remember them old commercials that when they was trying to get you to start selling stuff and the guy would be out there with his suit on, he might be on a boat, he might be coming out the gates of his mansion. Hello, you too can be a millionaire. Look how I live. This is what this shit is. This shit been running for years. You got some of his little cronies. You got a couple of them because most of them will stop fucking with him once they figure out it's just like Bashar. Once they figure out like, damn, I done spent my kids, damn college fund, this woman, I ain't never gonna see a vagina again once she find out that I done spent the kids' stuff. They mad. They ain't messing with him no more. But you got a couple of them, they start off videos and they oh my God, they just so ridiculous. They carry out a little screwed up dog and tell you his price, and then they got skits and stuff where people throwing money at them like, oh, look how rich I'm getting, another puppy, this one's going such and such, I just got 15,000 for this, oh yeah, look at this, I just got 15. I'm gonna tell y'all this, man, if y'all don't stop being so damn dumb. Now, first and foremost, I would never sell them. That's why y'all don't see no Denzel or none of my dogs being bred to that shit. I'll turn it down flat out. Hey, we ain't doing that shit. Get out of here. Always have. The money ain't even worth it to me to be talking about nothing. I don't want to be part of that clown ass show over there. That shit's ridiculous, Oh, look how much I made. Look at this, because it ain't nothing but a pyramid scheme. If y'all ain't noticed, this shit been going on for over a decade. The only one who riding around in expensive cars and bragging about their house is the person at the top. He got a couple little cronies that hang around him, but they do the same thing, They his right-hand men, so they get the crumbs off of the thing, you know what I mean? They might not get to drive a Rolls Royce, but they'll get a Benz out of the deal. And all you other dumb fucks that believe that y'all gonna get some money about this thing, y'all end up, stuck with the bill. I'm sorry, like my dude down the way, I didn't mean to call my brother a dumb fuck, but you got stuck with the bill. That's it. Ain't nobody else making no money. They play y'all the same way that they've been playing the urban community forever. Y'all don't ever notice who be at these shows. Y'all don't ever notice the mentality. I done told y'all that at these shows. You know what I mean? This is to prey on the weak-minded. You're not gonna see no business professionals going here and spending $30,000 and $40,000 on a crippled dog. You ain't gonna see that. This is for you dumb fucks. These is for the dope boys. This is for the people who making money way too fast and they ain't, you know what I mean? And it ain't just, I ain't talking about just illegal money. They gonna prey on, a downtrodden mentality that, hey, some of us come from, low income areas and this, that, and the other, and can make fast money legally, and we come up, but our mind ain't caught up to that shit. So we are always the people who fall prey to weird pyramid scams. I ain't talking about nothing that's on a high level like Bernie Madoff. This is the same shit that they do everything. Why you think it's always a rapper? A rapper ain't paid these fools no $100,000 for no dog. The rapper got told, hey, I'll give you this dog, and that rapper happened to want the dog, but they know y'all look up to rappers. Roy Jones ain't bought no fucking dog for no $250,000 or no $100,000 or none of that. That's Roy fucking Jones. That dog was handed to Roy Jones. Handed to Roy Jones. For y'all dumbasses would be like, oh yeah, you know, this is what y'all say about the dog. Oh man, check this shit out. Yeah, I got this from such and such, and guess what? Yeah, Roy Jones got one of these. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Kevin Gates, you know the rapper, he got one of these, world's most popular dog. That's what y'all do. They point out the celebrities that they can sometimes even pay, and I know this for a fact. Sometimes they give the dog to the celebrity and will get pictures with the dog, but they still, some of them have to go as far as to say, I'm gonna give you the puppy, but I'm gonna shoot you 25 grand just to take a picture with him real quick. Well, what celebrity ain't gonna be like, you gonna give me 25 grand to sit here with a dog real quick? All right, cool. All right, cool. Look, let me do this. And you know why they gonna do it? Because they know y'all simple asses ain't dog people, and y'all trying to be a part of something. So y'all go out and y'all do that. Y'all caught with the flash of the cars, the different celebrities, the different this, the different that, and y'all willing to go and spend your money in a dumbass fashion, believing that you're gonna be driving a Rolls Royce or a Lamborghini or whatever next by investing your money into this dumbass shit. Well, I'm gonna ask y'all, where's all these doggy millionaires? We don't see all these doggy millionaires. We see a couple guys that made a lot of money off of you dumb fucks, but what we do see is a bunch of fucked up dogs. That's the reality of it. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. You ain't seeing no badass dogs. This community is for the downtrodden and the stupid. That's what it is. Because I ain't mad at nobody who making no fucking money. That's not if that's what y'all getting up out of this thing. Oh no. I like money just like the next person. Shit, I got kids. So I definitely like money like the next person. You know what I'm saying? I got houses. Got to pay for that shit. So I definitely like the money. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to sacrifice the integrity of a breed that I've been loving and working for my whole life, and just to be a part of the whole canine species. I'm not going to fuck with that. We talking about quality. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to do no infomercial shit, and that's what that is. You know, y'all seriously believe y'all going to drive a Rolls Royce? What is the purpose? Now, just to get to the purpose of cloning in itself, why would you need to clone an animal? First of all, as a breeder, you're supposed to get better generation to generation. We are doing a natural process of improving, not just cloning and remaking one dog, but we're actually taking the genetics and we're improving upon those genetics of a dog that may have lived, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, to where our steady process of selective breeding is supposed to make better versions of this dog. That's what dog breeders do. Why the fuck would we need to clone? If we cloning a dog from 20 years ago, we literally are going backwards. It's just that simple. This ain't like horses. I understand sometimes why they may, clone a horse for performance or something like that, because you talk about a horse like Secretariat, for whatever reason, they've never been able to, he was a mutant. He just don't duplicate himself. But if you look at some of the horses that have, been very successful, they all got his blood in it, it seems like, but, I could see why you might try to clone that for performance. Like, I'm going to clone me a Secretariat because nobody could beat him and put him in a race. Outside of that, it's the breeding process. You just keep on breeding his blood and you're making a long line of beautiful horses that can run. In dogs, it's the same thing. If you had a dog 15 years ago, your dogs today should have better overall genetics than those dogs at that time, even if it doesn't show up in phenotype. So there's no real need to spend $50,000 to clone a dog. That's just stupid. Second of all, when you're cloning a dog, you're going to clone a dog that's got physical ailments. You're going to clone a dog that's got all of these issues. You're going to clone a dog that from his line, whichever one you clone, these dogs are known for dying prematurely and having other health issues and needing special temperatures and this and that and the other just to survive as an animal. This is what you're going to clone. In your process of cloning, you decided to clone one of the more unhealthy popular dogs that have ever been known in this breed, and not to mention question marks about everything else. And when I say question marks about everything else, for those who don't know, look into Miyagi and you'll know why he got banned. The reason why he got banned, the same individual that y'all see that's bragging about his Rolls Royce and this, that, and the other, people from his camp put out interviews that when he was talking about if he didn't like their dog, he would just send out French Bulldog semen. What the fuck you got a clone for if you just gonna send out French Bulldog semen? This was for y'all naive people who will fall into the hype. That's what it was. This is for the people who are not true dog people. This is for the people who will fall into the hype to believe, hey, I can get rich. Hey, I'm a follower. I can be like a rapper. I can be this. I can be that. You know what I mean? It's no different from the folks who want to sell you, you know, little specks of diamonds and put them all in one big cluster on a watch and sell that shit to you for $150,000, and you don't even know because you don't know jewelry that they just sold you the bullshit. You know what I mean? You became a scapegoat for the way that they was gonna go ahead and get rid of this diamond dust, because that's all you got is the little specks off of the real diamonds that was sold for good prices to people who know diamonds. This is what this is. Let's give a rapper one of these chains and put it on there, and I bet you they'll, yeah. So now you gonna pay it because the rapper had it on. Now you want one of the dogs because the rapper had the dog. You want the dog because Roy Jones had the dog. You want the dog because, you know, this person had an expensive car and they claim, you know, or they making Instagram and TikTok videos where they always showing wads of money and this, that, and the other. The reason why they keep flashing you the money is because the product is bullshit. That's it. If it was simply about, oh, let's take away all the glitz and the glamour and do all this other shit, would you really buy this little ugly motherfucker that can't breathe and that you got to carry around and that's dying and that's dying at 18 months and 2 years and 3 years, and the controversy that you know is fact? Even God rest his soul, Ed Shepherd got caught up in that because he did a breeding with the dog and spoke on it. Y'all have heard me talk about this. He spoke on it thinking that he was taking up for Miyagi. He was like, oh yeah, Miyagi never had those white paws. That's not Miyagi. Who's trying to impersonate Miyagi? Not knowing that it was Miyagi's owner trying to impersonate the dog, and he had basically blew the top off of the shit. Then they started attacking Ed and talking about all the inconsistencies of what was going on with Dax. They turned on each other like venomous snakes because the whole shit from the top to the bottom has always been one big ass scam. The dogs are not what they say they are, and all of them have major health issues, and all these dogs die. So why you dumb fucks keep on investing y'all money in bullshit ass dogs? These is not real dogs. It's just that simple. That's why they'll give you an embark test, because you know what I mean. Half of them, what they'll do is, well, they ain't gonna fuck with the embark test. But some of the so-called American bully breeders, they'll do embark test and show you what they want to show you from that shit. They won't show you the whole different thing of how fucked up their dog is, and they hope that they find one that ain't fucked up. And you'll notice they got 40 dogs, but they'll have one dog that say, look at his genes, you know what I mean, this is what we do over here. They ain't gonna show you the rest of them, you know what I mean. They ain't gonna show you the problems. They ain't gonna be real with you and talk about the problems that they see in their own yard. What they gonna do is they gonna turn around and they gonna always have an excuse. They gonna always have a lie. They gonna always bitch and complain. They always gonna do all these different things, but they're not gonna give you a real dog. It's that simple. Cloning. The fuck are we cloning unhealthy animals for? We just gonna remake unhealthy animals. So if we was cloning people, we just gonna go like, we just need to make a perfect person. We gonna clone Flavor Flav. Like, I ain't got nothing wrong with Flav, but if we was doing some cloning, he would not be the person that I would want to be cloning as a representative of man. Just put it that way. You know what I mean? He's a talented artist, but he's not what you would look for as fucking about, well, let's find a representative of a man. Let's find Flav. You know what I mean? This is what they doing, and y'all fall for this shit. That shit is dumb shit. You know what I mean? Dumb shit over and over again, and y'all do it over and over again, whether it's who they bring in. China Boy. China Boy is obviously not an American bully. They brought that motherfucker in. What did they do? made papers for him because he ain't had no papers because he wasn't an American bully. He was an experiment. Now they put him in with his high ass rear and he waddling around. And what they do next? Y'all all got to pay $1 billion for this because he's the next big hype dog. This is what it is. I hate to tell y'all, but at the end of the day, that shit's garbage too. It's not an American bully. It's a creation of some sorts, and y'all will notice it's been years now. It's been a couple years, I believe. Well, it's been over a year. I don't know if it's a couple years, but even with China Boy, it's gonna be the same type of hype, talking about, you know, how much he went for, how much this, that, and the other. He's not producing no real American bullies because he's not a real American bully. I'm just so tired of these motherfuckers always popping up with a totally different look, an obvious Frenchy mix, an obvious English mix, and all this different things that they doing, and saying these dogs are American bullies, and then justifying them by outrageous prices that some, you know, look, you only have to find one idiot, you know. You only have to find one idiot, and then that idiot keeps the idiot parade going on because they get to bouncing around talking about how much money they're about to make off of these little idiot fucked up ass dogs. Your dog can't walk. Your dog can't breathe. Your dog can't even exist on a normal level 99.9% of the time. Yet and still, you want to sit here and talk about how great your dog is. You got grown-ass men up here making these little videos, flashing money, talking about the dog, this, that, and the other. That shit is an infomercial. Y'all look up how to make an infomercial, and the first thing they're going to tell you about the infomercial is it's got to be glamorous because the glam is what brings you in. If I can get you to look at my Rolls Royce, if I can get you to look at my diamond rings, if I can get you to look at wads and wads and wads of cash, the whole time you ain't gonna see the product in front of you as garbage. Your eyes is gonna be on the prize but not on the means, and once you see that the means is bullshit and what you doing is bullshit, you might want to walk away from it, but you ain't gonna walk away from what's right in front of your face. That ugly ass dog, if you looking at everything else. This is what they've been running for years. This is why, like I told you, if you're talking about muscle tone bullies, this is why people ain't never paid attention to all of the information that came out about him being a dog abusing motherfucker and having terrible kennels, having his dogs living in such crazy conditions that dogs were just dying and laying in there on the floor, and he wanting to throw them in the trash can and do all these different things that, you know, he was doing, even with all the pictures of the sickness and, you know what I'm saying, mucus clots and blood all over the floors and dogs sitting in their own filth that was just stacked up and just terrible. You know, all they saw was the Lamborghini. All they said, you know what, hey man, I would be like, Bashar, y'all hating on Bashar. He know Roy Jones. Roy got one of them dogs, this, that, and the other. See, if you show enough glitz and glamour, you'll never look at the product. This is life. This is the way the circus runs. You know what I'm saying? This is the way magic shows run. Why you think it's so much boom, boom, boom? Why you think they got pretty girls on the stage? That's a natural thing, because if it's pretty girls on the stage, even a woman and a man is going to look at that pretty girl. A woman looking at that pretty girl, I don't know, you know, nowadays women like women a lot more, but, you know, even if the woman don't like a woman, she looking at her to compare herself, like, you know, my man looking at this skinny bitch, you know what I mean? Is it what you thinking about over here? It's just she got her angle. That's her competition. You know what I mean? So while we watching this and watching that and watching this, the show go on. It ain't never been a fucking piece of magic on this stage at all. But we all into the explosions and the singing and the dancing and people jumping around and everything. They're right in front of our fucking faces. They putting wires and shit on shit to make it look like stuff is levitating, and we sitting right there. This is the motherfucking American bully gang. All the explosions, all the glitz and the glamour. Y'all look at this shit, man. Y'all think I'm bullshitting you? You tell me I'm lying. I tear your ass up too. Because if you look at this American bully game, a bunch of fucked up dogs. These dogs is real shitty. But at the end of the day, what we do, we put gold chains on these motherfuckers. We cloning them now. We got Rolls Royces. We got Lamborghinis. We got rappers. We got boxers. You know what I mean? We got real pretty girls in real revealing stuff posing with the dogs now. She got her titties out. We got them bent over with their ass out. We got people pimping their girlfriends out. We got everything in the world, but we ain't got no dogs. They put this shit in front of your face where a dog front legs is so deformed and he's so bold that it's obvious what's going on with this dog, but they throw a chain on him and put a pretty girl on there, and you don't see the dog. You see the glitz and the glamour. Oh, that's cool, man. And now you want to spend your money because you want to be a part of the club. You ain't even thinking about that fucking dog. The dog just is something there. You ain't no dog, man. You a simp. You a motherfucker trying to get a part of something. That's the difference. When y'all ask us about dogs, when y'all ask us about the dog game, understand the reason why our reaction is like this is because what we do is we grind for the dog. Our dogs have to run. Our dogs have to breathe. Our dogs have to meet certain genetic testing. Our dogs have to be on a level that we trying to fine tune and make a great animal. We ain't trying to be a part of a circus. Now, if you do all of that and you still selling your dog for $40,000 and $50,000, more power to you. But you selling a Rolls Royce. You're not conning nobody out of shit. You selling a Rolls Royce, setting your price, and you getting whatever. These motherfuckers is making a very insufficient, abused type animal and using every trick of the trade to try to just suck money out y'all pocket. They don't give a fuck about them dogs. That's why 90% of the time, and I'm not saying this about George because he's a terrible breeder as far as just continuously making dogs. Y'all seen the one dog that he made that he was trying to push. I forget what that dog's name was, and he tried to walk down the stairs and the dog just was looking crippled and fucked up. Y'all seen that? That's dog abuse. But as far as conditions go, I've never heard anything bad about George keeping his dogs in bad conditions like Bashar. But he'll breed some sloppy, fucked up, knowing that the dog is crippled and hurting. He'll do that, But it's all promotion, no matter what it is. If you've got enough morals to say, at least I'm gonna take care of my dogs, I make a lot of money, but you still breeding a deformed dog that you know is unhealthy and gonna die very shortly. It's just as long as they live long enough to get as much money as you want. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say you just as bad, but you pretty fucked up. You pretty fucked up. Not only is you breeding dogs that's all fucked up, you know what I'm saying? You preying on the soft ass mentality of these people, that it's like the malt liquor crew. Anything y'all want to be part of, they gonna have a rapper, a singer, or a athlete to sell it to you, and you don't even recognize the motherfucking product. Back in the day, y'all remember they used to have Billy D. Williams, doing Coke 45. You need Coke 45. And you motherfuckers is buying it. Y'all still buying that Coke 45. Coke 45 is not gonna get you the type of women that was on that video with Billy D. Williams. Just like these dogs, it's not gonna get you no millions and no Rolls Royces. It's gonna get them that, but it's not gonna get you that shit. And and the problem is y'all think I'm lying? I keep telling y'all, go to your local dog pound. Go to your local, my phone went off, so I'm sorry. But go to your local dog pound. You'll see plenty, and I'm jumping off here, but you'll see plenty of fucked up dogs. You'll see plenty of those $10,000 puppies. They don't sell. Some people get a couple of them off, but just common sense would tell you it's not a bunch of people running around here willing to spend 10, 15, 20,000 for a dog. It's a lot of lies going on, and then you find a rare few who are willing to spend it. But it's a lot of lies going on, a ton of lies going on. And this is something that you got to think about in your process and understanding that shit's real. Just more manipulation of dogs, just more manipulation of whatever. When you talk about make a video about cloning, it's just a big advertisement thing. Great advertiser. Nobody in this dog world advertises better than George. Bashar is a close second, but they're master manipulators of the advertising. But when you look at the quality and the health and the overall of what's going down, then we have a totally different discussion. But I'll give both of them a trophy when it comes to being the best promoters of all time, because they are. You know what I mean? But y'all keep falling for this shit. It's the difference between master promoter and master dog man. A master dog man gonna give you that quality animal. We playing two different games, y'all. with all that being said, I could ramble on for hours about how these motherfuckers that made me feel about their dumb shit, but I don't need to do that. I need to get my hair cut and go back home and go to sleep. Well, go back to this place and go to sleep and get prepared for my last week out here so I can get home. But until next time, y'all, much love. God bless.